Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome to my daily FIFA 22 Create a Club career mode. We're going to be playing as Simpzy FC. We're going to be playing 9 or 10 matches here today as well, so let me know feedback and suggestions for the career mode in the comments. So our club name is going to be Simpzy FC. Our nickname is going to be the Wolves. We're going to shorten the name from Simpzy to Simp FC, and the abbreviation can be SMP. We're going to be playing in the Premier League in our first season, and we're going to be a 2-star team in the Premier League on Ultimate Difficulty. It's going to be really quite tough. So this first season, we want to aim for a top half finish. A dream would be a Europa Conference League finish or the Europa League. In Season 2, we either want to try and hit the Europa League. Season 3, we'll try and hit the Champions League, and then we'll try and win the Premier League in Season 4 and try and go for the Champions League again. I've made the decision to start in the Premier League because this series is already going to be a 4 or 5 season series anyway. I feel like the Championship is going to be a little bit grindy, basically wasting 2 more seasons. Like, it'd make the career mode a 7 and 8 season. So I think the Premier League's more interesting. I don't know about you guys. I kind of get bored and burnt out by the Championship quite a bit. But hey, if we're not good enough to stay in the Premier League this season, I'm more than happy to be relegated and play Season 2 in the Championship and fight our way back. That could be always a possibility as well. So the colours for this Create a Club are going to be black and red. So we'll pretty much keep the home kit for the entire series, and we'll change up the away kit, like, let's say every single season. So it won't be black and red later on. For now, I think we'll start at Town Park, or we could go, actually Moulton Road looks like more of a Premier League stadium, and we'll rename it the Den. We'll upgrade it once we become like a Champions League team. We'll change it, which will be cool. I think what we'll do, we'll make it mostly red and black. Maybe make it look like Bournemouth's stadium. That would be ideal. So Arsenal are our rivals because they're a bit of a banter club. They're a bit shit, and I think they're my least favourite team in the Premier League if I had to rank them, I think. Okay, so the squad will be a 2-star team. We'll make it very young because we want to have players. We want to use these players in the Champions League once we get there in, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 seasons. I'm going to put my transfer budget on £10 million, which isn't too much. And here are our board expectations. But there's a real possibility that we potentially could get relegated this season and we go back down to the Championship. So we've got a couple of interesting players here, so I can't wait to see how we do in this Create a Club series. I would have loved to add my YouTube channel logo, the wolf there, but it's a shame you just can't upload custom basically badges, which is a bit of a shame. So we're going to play on Ultimate 4-minute halves. Sterling will disable the international job offers. I was kind of tempted to maybe disable the transfer window, but to be honest, I do feel like we need those 1 or 2 players. We only got £10 million, so we probably can only bring in one or 2 decent players. We're really going to have to just rely on what we've got for this first season. So let's get it underway, our first season in the Premier League. So here we are. I'm signing as manager of my own club. I am the CEO and the manager, I guess. Simpzy assigned for Simpzy FC. So this is the closest badge I could get to like a wolf looking thing. There was no wolves. There was a lot of bears and lions and stuff as badges, but no wolves. So this will be our badge for the career series. So, Simpzy FC, excited for manager Simpzy. Okay, so let's have a look at what we're working with. 5-3-2 at the back. So most of my team is around about 70 rated. We've got a couple of good-looking players there. Nothing too crazy. Okay, budget-wise, we have £10 million and we have 100,000 in the wage. We're going to have to rely on our youth academy a lot this season as well. So what does the board actually want me to do? So develop the youth academy a bit, sign 1 player from North America, avoid relegation, get to the round of 16 in the Cup, and within 4 seasons finish in the Champions League. That's going to be quite tough, but hopefully we can do it. But avoiding relegation is the main objective. Okay, so here's the team. I think we're better off playing a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow this season, and I will show you guys my tactics and formation as well. So this guy called Lambert, French, left-footed, looks all right. Same with Cole, Barnett, Lord, Cunningham, Rogers, Bradley. We've got a couple of interesting looking players. Cole looks alright as well. English, 24 years of age. A lot of left footers in the side by the look of it. But we probably want to look for an attacking midfielder. Because he's 29. And maybe a left back as well. Lord looks decent. But we've got a bunch of nationalities from Brazilians to English, Italians. This guy is 6'7", the Portuguese international, which is quite insane. We might be able to use him as an absolute anchor. This guy looks decent as well. Cunningham and Anselmi, the Italian centre-back. Rogers looks decent as well. 24, 6'3" English lad between the sticks. And we've got a couple of rotational players as well. But I'm tempted to look at some of the pricing of these guys. Okay, so our highest rated player is Lacano Anselmi. He's 31. Sean Bennett, 28 English. I think we'll make him El Capitan. Francisco, he looks alright. Patrick Cunningham. Bradley looks decent as well. Lambert's a little bit older, but he's got some nice pace about him. But is this team good enough to not get relegated? Maybe. Maybe not. But here are our players. I put it on young, didn't I? I feel like these guys are not sort of your 18 to 22-year-olds, as I would probably think. Okay, so what I'm going to go through now is going to go through all my tactics. What I found in FIFA 22 is you definitely need to have your custom tactics set, especially if you play on Ultimate difficulty. I'm going to be using the same tactics as I use for my Chelsea career mode, but we're going to have to be a little bit more sweaty in this creator club. We've got to play really rat tactics. We need to be sort of our unofficial club name should be Rat FC, because we are playing as a 2-star team in the Premier League. We've got to play 5 at the back in defence. We've got to go for draws against like the top sides. We've got to score like 1-2 goals and then like park the bus. We want to try and time waste in our own half as well, because this is probably the only way we're going to be able to survive relegation on Ultimate difficulty. Because in real life, you're usually safe from relegation if you get around about 40 points. In career mode, it can be somewhere between 25 to 30. So I really want to try and prioritize players as well early on with pace, strength, and stamina, and some really good passing and good work rates. We really want to try and sit deep in defense and make the AI take sort of poor quality long shots. We're also going to have to be really quite smart in our possession. We don't want to waste and give the ball away, because this is how we're going to try and get a top half finish and try and avoid relegation, which I think is doable. There are a lot of bad Premier League sides. It just sort of depends on the RNG of the league. Like, is it going to be a close title race, or are a lot of teams sort of going to fall off? It just depends. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes Liverpool and Man City and United can really chase upwards of 100 points, which would be tough if they do so. Okay, so here are some of the basic tactics. Ultra defense, defensive, 5-3-2 at the back. Once we go attacking, it's a 4-1-2-1-2. We'll just see how we go within the first couple of matches of the season. I want to play with a 4-1-2-1-2, but if it gets too overwhelming and the team just can't compete on Ultimate difficulty, I'm more than happy to drop it 5 at the back. But we'll just have to sort of test as we go. Instructions-wise for players as well is a little bit sort of self-explanatory. I like my midfielders personally just to cover the passing lanes, and I like my attackers to cut inside and get in behind. Obviously, we're playing really defensive. I want my wingbacks to not join the attack and stay back, but if we're going ultra-attackive, of course, we want to sort of overlap and go forward. So you're most going to pause and have a look at my tactics, have a look at the width and players in the box. So I just like to play quite deep in defense and try to be expansive in the offensive. It's a little bit common sense, so maybe pick and choose some of these suggestions and do whatever you think is going to suit your play style, really. So, yeah, here are the sort of styles and stuff. So here's the ultra defensive one, 5 at the back, defensive, 5 at the back, attacking 4-1-2-1-2, and that looks pretty good. And the constant pressure as well for ultra attacking. And just make that slightly a little bit better. Fast build up. But yeah, quite compact, defensive, structured in defense. Be sort of quite expansive going forward, because you want to chuck on ultimate attack when you're like super down and you need the point. You just need to go all swinging basically. Okay, and yeah, stay central. I quite like that one as well. Get in behind. Yeah, what I've found for my midfielders, especially if you're playing quite narrow, cover the centre, covering the passing lanes in the midfield. The wingers, I don't usually seem to have a problem with. It's not bad as well occasionally in the defence putting this step up in defence. I quite like that, regardless of its defensive or attacking. Like the stepping up is actually not too bad. Yeah, so cover centre is what I ideally like. So hopefully these tactics are enough for us to rat our way to a Premier League survival campaign. But we've got a couple of decent players with pace. Okay, youth academy wise, let's have a look at what we're working with as well. Oh, this guy looks alright. Harry Hutton. 17, 6'7", 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot. What? Oh, we're just going to have to promote this guy to the first team instantly. He must be the wonder kid we get at the start or whatever. 82 to 92 potential. And another left footer. Dude, this guy looks good. He's slightly higher rated than Cole, is he? No, he's underrated. 67. Well, we might be better off to bring him in. Dude, the dude's 6'3", and he's got 5-star skills and 5-star weak. 6'4", and he's English. What the hell? Okay, so it looks like we've got Lambert and Hutton going forward for us. Okay, that's cool. And anyone else? Oliver Brown we could maybe bring in as well. A couple of these other blokes look a little bit garbage, to be honest. We can get some better talent in the future, I think. I think before we sign any players, let's bring in some scouts, because this is where we're going to make a decent amount of our money. So we'll spend 2.7 million. I know it's expensive, but we might actually get a crop of £3 million worth of players. I'm going to set it in countries of my ethnicity. I am Australian, of course, but my ancestors came from all over the gaff. So we'll send one to Austria, because my grandfather's from Austria, and I've got a lot of Scottish and Irish in me as well, so we'll send them there. I signed a lot of Australian players in my United series already, so we might try and mix it up. Maybe I should only sign youth academy players from my ethnicity. That'd be quite cool. You know, sort of have a connection with the club. Obviously, Wolves tend to sign a lot of Portuguese players. Burnley signs a lot of English players. Maybe for me, I'm only sort of allowed to get youth academy players from a certain region in the world. Western Europe, I guess. Okay, so that leaves us with 5 million. We can still get a couple of players from that, though. Okay, Rogers is actually okay. I've set up some development plans that I can use. I probably don't need to change too many positions. Maybe wing-backs to just full-backs. But overall, we'll set up some dynamic potentials. This guy looks awesome, by the way. Okay, so I've gone out and just basically shortlist a bunch of players that I'd like to eventually bring in. Maybe this first season and the next. Maybe bringing in Matty Ryan, Australian goalkeeper. He's quite decent. Stefan Poch as well, can play centre-back, right-back. Collins from Burnley. Hickey looks alright. Ferguson from Aberdeen. Schmid from Werder Bremen. Hannes Wolf from Borussia Mönchengladbach. He's Austrian as well. So I've got a bunch of Scottish, got a bunch of Austrians, and a bunch of Irish lads in here as well. Fitz looks alright. Maybe that's Graz in Austria, I don't know. Ida looks alright as well, the Irish international. So there's a lot of players all around the pitch that we could strengthen from, ideally. Okay, so I think what I'll do is we'll try and sign an attacking midfielder. Usually strengthening from the goalkeeper department to defence is quite smart in career mode, because usually you can score with any striker. The defence and the defensive and goalkeeper side is usually the best, but I feel like we've actually got pretty decent defenders and goalkeepers already in this team. I feel like we lack an attacking midfielder. And maybe one more defender. So we'll try and bring Wolf. I quite like it because we are called the Wolves. We'll try and bring the Wolf to the den. So Hannes Wolf from Borussia Mönchengladbach. How about 4.1? We really can't be extorted in the deal. But he's got a decent potential. Nothing too crazy. But for £4.2 million for a couple seasons, I think is a pretty decent deal for the Austrian. We did have to accept, however, though, an 11% sell-on clause, so that's something to remember and obviously keep in mind in the future. So let's negotiate with Wolf. I guess we'll try and give him rotation. He's going to want a crucial, which is probably where we want to play him, but we sort of want to lowball him if we can. So Important doesn't want that. He wants to be a first-team proper player. It's just if we decide not to give them game time for whatever reason, they can get a little bit angry. 5-year deal would have been smart from the club's perspective, but we might be only able to get a 3 with him. Signing them up for longer keeps their evaluation. And 30,000 in the wage? I guess we'll sign that. So the first player signing, once we get the deal done, for Simpzy FC is Wolf from Borussia Mönchengladbach. The Austrian international is going to be playing in attacking midfield in the cam, creating the plays going forward. Hopefully we can win some titles with him in the future. We'll try and save us from relegation. He's 73 rated. So here is the Wolf, our first player for the career series. Looks alright, decent acceleration, dribbling, ball control. We did have to play £1 million over his evaluation. He's another left foot. I didn't realise that. We've got so many left footers in this team. My God. Okay, I'm going to actually go for Aaron Hickey, who's at Bologna. Scottish lad. Hopefully we could maybe develop him into the next Andy Robertson, I guess. So we'll negotiate with Bologna. 2.3 mil. He can play left back, right back. I could even deploy him as a centre back if we really need to, as a part of a 3, because he's quite quick. Because, for example, a lot of people on Ultimate Team use Kieran Tierney as like a centre back. It's a little bit sweaty. We don't have the finances to bring him in, so we might have to do a player plus cash deal just to get it over the line. Sergio Leon is quite older. I want to try and keep as many of my players if I can, but if we can't sign someone like Hickey without a player plus cash deal, I guess I'm going to have to make the compromise. For £3 million for Sergio Leon, because he's probably someone we're going to have to move on later on. We all need to have enough money to keep the wage in, but it's really tough with only £10 million. I've made it super difficult for me. We only can sign 1 or 2 players and get like 1 scout in. So the deal's gone through. Hopefully, both can agree to terms. But left back, right back, Aaron Hickey looks quite decent. So he can either play left back, right back for us. Probably more so left back or left centre back, I think. But at the end of the day as well, at our current position, we are a selling club. So if any of these players get a huge offer, we're going to have to sell them. But I want to try and keep them as long as I can. I would love to win Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues in like 5-6 seasons with these boys. So he's only asked for 10k, which is quite decent. We've got about 30k we had left spare for him. So he's roughly going to be around about 70 overall, Aaron Hickey. And he hasn't got a crazy potential. Him and Wolf have somewhere between like 80 to 83, I think, but dynamic potential these days can really shoot up. So Aaron Hickey is a 69 rated left back / right back. So the Scottish lad is back in Great Britain, I guess. Decent stamina as well. Okay, so Sergio Leon has gone to Bologna, the 32-year-old man from Mexico. Yeah, so we probably ideally wouldn't have used him that much anyway. Okay, so now with those 2 new signings, here's the team. So we'll drop Wolf bang smack into the hole there. And we'll keep Hickey as a right back for now. We could play Fieri, or we could maybe swap him with Bradley. I quite like the pace of him. But that's basically it. This is the team going forward. We are financially hamstrung. We can't really do too much else. Okay, so we've got the Friendly Cup. We might be able to get some money out of it. But check this out. August, Liverpool, Man City, Leicester, and then Arsenal, a derby. So I guess we're based in London because Arsenal is our rivalry. Bang smack in the metro. So we'll sim through this friendly season because I have no interest of playing, but I'll be curious to see how this team does in the sim. Barnett is our captain at the club, playing a central / more defensive role. And here is Hickey, of course, signing and joining the club. There's no other news here that I'm just curious to look at. So, top 6 sides, if we can get draws, that would be ideal. Right, so I guess we simulate this one against Hammarby in the friendly European Cup. And we managed to pick up a win. Wolf picks up a goal on his debut, and Hutton as well scores in the 37th. Hutton and Wolf link up to beat Hammarby, which is a Norwegian side, I would imagine, 2-1. Or it's from a Nordic country, regardless, somewhere in Scandinavia. But he had a pretty impressive debut, Hickey. That's really good to see. First transfer offer for one of my players, Sean Bennett. Osasuna have launched a £3.1 million bid. He's worth 2.6. He's a captain at the club. He's probably got a couple seasons left in him, so I'm going to reject that. Sparta now. Rotterdam, I think. Oh, Eric Dyer has left to join Newcastle after the takeover has been confirmed, I guess. £20 million. That's actually not too bad for them. Sparta Rotterdam, unfortunately, we lost 2-0 in the sim. That's not good. Okay. Gnabry has left to join Inter, and Bale has joined Leicester. Wow, okay. We've got another friendly match here, and we're out of the friendly cup, unfortunately, to the Dutch side. Lambert managed to pick up his first goal of the season, though, scoring in the 16th minute for Simpzy FC. And we didn't get too much tournament prize money, which is a shame. Okay, so we've basically got no money now. We're going to have to use this for signing youth players if we get the chance. Sam Parsons. I'm happy to loan him out eventually. Aaron. It's all loan to buy nonsense. Rogers, our goalkeeper, that can get rejected. And Patrick Cunningham looks decent, so I'm not going to let him go, the English centre-back. Loan to buy. I wish you could turn that off and only accept just loans for like 2 years. Okay, well, I guess we get stuck into the first match of the season against Liverpool. Here is the Premier League, of course. Brentford, myself, and Watford are technically the promoted side. So we're playing at home at the Den against Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. We're definitely going to try and park the bus and try and get a draw. And then basically everyone that doesn't make up that traditional top 6 will try and go for a win, I guess. But this is going to be our first real test. It's a baptism of fire. Here is the stadium. It's actually not too bad. It's a good-looking Premier League stadium. I quite like the black and red. That's sort of the colour scheme we've got going on the channel. But Simpzy FC facing Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool at the Den, down in London. The Wolves face the Reds, the Scousers. It's going to be a good one. But here they are in their kit. Sean... Is it Barnett or Burnett? I need to pick the pronunciation. I guess we'll go Barnett. But here is the team warming up. We're about to get underway. Liverpool with the kickoff. Let's go. And I guess we go ultra defensive because they're playing their best first team. Lambert to Lord. Hutton looking to turn his man. Lambert with a bit of pace. Might be able to beat Kanate. Cuts inside to Hutton. Oh, decent strike. Because he's so two-footed, this guy. Bradley. We've got a bit of some pressure over Liverpool. Oh, here we go. Hutton wants to go now. Go on, Hutton. Oh, straight at Allison. It's a little bit of a change playing so deep and with these 70 rated players, but we're doing all right. Oh, Hutton over the crossbar. We've definitely had the chances over Liverpool. We're dominating possession, and we've had some really good chances early on as well. Milner. Firmino. Oh, big ranging effort. Decent header. Liverpool spraying it around here. Keita from range. Big save by Rodgers off target. Corner kick now for Liverpool. A lot of players in the box. Ball in. Good header. Only as far as Kanate though. Mane. Beats 1, 2. Nice save there. Just a little bit off target, Liverpool. Second half now. Ball in. Can't get to it. It's rebounded. Lambert has an opportunity to go again. Hutton. Go on, Hutton. Oh, man. This team so far has been alright. We've kept it 0-0. Both teams have had some decent chances. Trent for Liverpool now. Holding up the ball well. Ball in. Decent defending. They go again. Off the crossbar. Goal. It might be offside. No, it's not. Liverpool get their goal in the 70th minute. We held on for so long as well. But that's ultimate difficulty for you. Sometimes they get lucky even off the crossbar like that. 1-0 down to Liverpool. We've kept it really competitive and cagey, but now they just look too good. Oh, no, I was going to say good flick on by Wolf. Liverpool have basically turned a switch on here. Hendo. Inside to Firmino. From outside the box. A brilliant goal. 2-0. Now we're getting smashed by them a bit. But 2-0's not too bad of a performance, I guess. That's it. 2-0 to Liverpool. Oh, I think that's pretty undeserved. I felt like we did really well in that first half. Like, that really should have ended in like a 2-1, I think. And it wouldn't have been embarrassing against, the recent European champions? Okay, 4.5 expected to our 1.2. I feel like we created a lot better, though, to be honest. Okay, that first match is really giving me some food for thought. We did so well for the first 70, but these boys just got exhausted because of their stamina. So I think we're going to have to play 5 at the back permanently. Yeah, I think I've already sort of made my decision because, especially on Ultimate, we're just a little bit too exposed. So it was just like they got exhausted in that 70th minute. And they just couldn't really keep up to Liverpool's subs. So I think playing 5 at the back will close up a lot of holes, I think. So I think we'll play Hickey as a left centre-back like I was saying. Because he was already playing that role when we dropped to a 5 at the back in ultra defensive. I think a 4-1-2-1-2 at this stage, with this quality of players against the opposition, I don't think it's good enough. So we'll bring on Ferry, the Italian right back, and we'll allow Hickey to play left centre back essentially because Bradley is 2 points higher rated than him there. So let's try and bounce back. We are currently firmly in 20th, so hopefully we can pick up a draw against Man City because that's what we're going to have to do. There's no way we're going to be able to have to go all swinging and go for wins, I think. They're playing a slightly different rotational side. They're playing Torres up front. So we lost against 2-0 to Liverpool. Hopefully we can pick up a draw, at least against Manchester City at the Etihad. Lambert playing in the black kit. Him and Hutton look so good together. They've actually got decent pace as well. Hutton with a decent strike. Bradley goes forward. Barnett. Wolf. Here we go. Oh, decent strike there. We're playing some good football. Hutton. Come on, boys. I'm just so invested with this team. Nice little flick on. Sean! Oh, couldn't get to it. We've got some really likeable players and characters as well. Hickey comes in. Can't contain with the power of Jesus. Whipping ball in. Terrible header. Second half now. The Wolf on the left-hand side. Trying to find some fellow Wolves. The Wolf at the back post. Hutton! Oh! The first goal for Simpzy FC. It's an absolute crumbling looking goal. It's a bit of a shocker, actually. Decent ball at the back post. Hutton rises to the occasion, and it's a heading, scrappy goal. Rises over the top of the Manchester City defender. Edison comes out, can't get to it. We're 1-0 up from 6'4" Harry Hutton. Dude, this guy could actually be the GOAT of the career series. Like, actually, if he gets to that, 92 rating, he's got such good stats. We're so lucky to have him. And that's it. We've managed to scrape a 1-0 victory against Man City. Dude, I parked the bus so hard. Just time wasting in that second half got a little bit nuts. But we've managed to get an away win against Man City. That's what we need to do, man. If we can pick up that first goal, we can just park the bus. 1-0. Yeah, look at that. 60% of the possession. We played like absolute rats in that match. My God. So, go for draws. And if we get a lucky goal, we park the bus against the top six. Okay, so we've got a match against Preston here. Probably a team that's more on my level. So let's play them. Because at the end of the day, we're a two-star team. Norwich were like a 4-star team. So we're quite far behind. What kit we'll go? I'm going the black kit. Or maybe the red. Just don't want to get... I'm just trying to think what's easier to see for me. Because I don't know about you guys. I think the best sort of kit contrast in FIFA that I found is a darker colour than a brighter colour. Like blacks and reds really work for me. I'm not too colourblind. I don't think I am at all, but I think it's just easy for me. Some people that are colourblind, white and black kits definitely work better for them. Anyway, let's get stuck into Preston in the Cup. Okay, being slightly a little bit more expansive. Doesn't seem to be working. Patrick Cunningham with the slide tackle. Maguire for Preston. Back to Maguire again. Good save, Rogers. Luckily, we've got a decent goalkeeper. And we've got a lot of pacey players. They've got some decent stamina and strength as well. Wolf. Back onto Lambert. The Frenchman goes forward off the crossbar, and that's something special. Lambert makes it 1-0 in the second half against Preston. David Moyes' former side, I think he managed them at some point. That's the only fact I know about Preston right off the dome. But a great strike there. Brilliant left footing brilliance there by Lambert, the Frenchman. Maybe get a call up from the national team. We can play Hutton off the right because he's just such two-footed. But we're 1-0 up against Preston. Let's go. That's what I like. We're probably playing against a team that we should be battering. So maybe we are good enough to sort of avoid the championship if we're lucky. Bradley bombing down the left-hand side, looking to bring it in to Wolf. Lambert for his second. Nice little P-roller there. Fantastic possession of the football. Didn't rush into anything. Didn't need to smash it. Sends in a little P-roller there. 2-0 in the Cup against Preston. Bradley inside. Good flick on. Oh, look at him roll the football there as well. Look at that. It was actually a bit of a step over in the end. Right into the bottom corner. Lambert picks up a brace. Our highest goal scorer at the club for now. And that's it, 2-0. Okay, we're picking up some pretty decent performances here, both in the Prem and the Cup. Good, we've got some winning ways going. Alright, let's continue on, shall we? Okay, so after 2 games played, we sit 11th on 3 points. So we're averaging more than a point a game, which is really good. Because if we can get 40 points, and there's 38 Premier League matches, if we can average more than a point a game, we're going to be in a really safe spot to avoid relegation. But let's get stuck into Leicester now, at home at the Den. It's going to be a good one in the pouring rain against Brendan Rodgers. Maddison to Jamie Vardy, looking to break the 5 at the back defence. He's slipped through Barnes. Fieri, the Italian, has to come out. Can't. Only as far as Vardy. Indeed, back to Vardy. I think it's offside. It is, but it was a crazy first effort for Leicester. They've come out all guns blazing and have smashed the ball in the back of the net just before the 6th minute there. Crikey. Vardy again. Really taking the game by the scruff of the neck. Great ball over the top. Our Brighton beats Bradley. Inside to Samore, the former Lille man. Bradley intercepts. And Simpzy FC have a counter-attack here. Let's see if we can use it. We've squandered it. And Leicester build up again. Barnesy to Vardy. Squares it to Madison. First goal of the match. We go 1-0 down at home to Leicester. Jamie Vardy really could have hit the exact same shot he did the first time that was offside, but he unselfishly squared it to James Madison. Having a pretty inconsistent run in real life. He's playing quite well in this career series. 1 game in 3. Hutton gets the ball. Lambert, come on, the big man and the small man, see if we can combine. The Frenchman finds the English lad. Hutton, 5-star week for 5-star skills. The 6-foot beast. Lambert might have to go all the way himself here, though. Oh, straight at Kasper Schmeichel. Not good enough. Cunningham. Oh, Lambert. Looking to set through Hutton, and we're away. He's burned Soyonchu on his left foot. Oh, man. Our finishing just isn't good enough, eh? Our finishing and our shots on target are just too lowly rated. We have to just get in such a good position. Leicester spraying it around here. Fofana on the inside to Vardy. That's a decent save by Rogers diving. It actually, I don't know if it was kind of off target. He probably didn't need to make the save. Oh, again. We're just getting bombarded by Leicester here. Vardy. Madison. Oh, from outside the box. Yeah, there's not really much you can do about that when you've only got a 70, 71 rated goalkeeper. Rogers can't always get to those ones. 2-0 we're down. Okay. Got a set piece here. We've got to try and make the most of this. 42 yards out. Bradley puts it in the box to Wolf. Okay. A little bit too late, the consolation goal. But we've really got to make corner kicks and set pieces like that work. Decent header by Wolf. A great ball in by Bradley. The Welshman finds the Austrian international. And we've finally broken Kasper Schmeichel's clean sheet. Decent header there by the Wolf. Pass the Great Dane. First goal for Wolf as well, a header. First goal for Hutton was a header as well. Now Wolf gets his heading goal. 2-1. That's always gutting. We're not getting like spanked against the AI, which is good, I guess, but I guess the same difference. Like if we lose 2-1, it's the same as losing 4-2, eh? Okay, so we've got the last 10 hours of transfer deadline day. Pavard has joined Villarreal. Valverde's joined Liverpool. And a lot of teams are splashing the cash. Bale, Alberto's in for United. We've only got £1 million. We could try and loan any of these players in that I would like. We don't have the finances to get any of these blokes on a permanent deal just yet. Oh, hang on. Norwich want to listen to some offers from Ida. Okay. Loan to buy, potentially. Because this would be the only way we can financially structure the deal. 2-year deal with Thomas. I was about to say Thomas Frank. It's Daniel Farker. 2.9. That's not too bad. The only problem is if we don't play him too much, they might recall him. So we'll try and get a deal done in the future for like 3 million because he could be a pretty good partner for Hutton in the future. Hutton's 17, but Lambert is 10 years his senior. He's 27. So Ida, the deal's gone through. We brought him in, the Irishman. Looks alright, 20 years of age, 67 overall. Will be a decent backup striker for us this season. Augsburg want to Cunningham. No way, Jose. The last hour of deadline day. 600 million spent. And we've got our first lot of scout reports as well. So I really want to try and sign people that are, wow, worth $1 million. Reisinger from Austria, 1.3 mil. That's really cool. I don't really want to sign anyone less than, like, I don't know, 600k. Because that's always a really good indicator. But there could be players we could just sign for pure profit in the future. He looks alright, 300. Like, we might have players that are probably nowhere near going to hit the first team. But we might be able to get some cash for. Reece Carmichael, he doesn't look too bad. Pringle. Jeffrey. But you really want to sign those players that are worth $1 million. Yeah, Reisinger. 17 years of age, 65 overall, not too bad. 3-star, weak foot 3-star skill. Left winger. The problem is we don't really use wingers, but he might be a decent backup if we need someone. I could make him a cam or something. No, it's going to take 40 weeks. But that's probably his best position, eh? Okay, we face Arsenal now. After 3 games played, we sit in 14th. Crystal Palace, Wolves, Watford in the relegation scrap. Surprisingly, Man City have the same as us. Liverpool, United really breaking away with it. Ronaldo is the top goal scorer. But let's get stuck into Arsenal. But everyone seems to be playing their strongest first team, which is interesting. But this is our first derby, so it should be a good one. So it should really play out like the North London derby or the Manchester or the Northwest derby. From what I've noticed in FIFA 22 especially, it's kind of like cup finals play weird. Like both teams have like stat boosts, I swear, in derbies and cup finals. But anyway, we face the Gunners at the Emirates. We'll try and play everyone at least once this season. We might need to play them more so in this first season because we want to try and avoid relegation. But once we build up the team, we might be safe to sim some. Wolf rolls his man well. Oh, it's offside. Oh, that was a really good build-up there. 37 minutes in. Simpzy FC, the Wolves, nearly punished the Gunners there. Oh, he's just offside as well. Lacazette to Nicolas Pepe. Odegaard. Ball in to Pepe. They go forward. Oh, it's a goal. Rodgers got the glove to it, but he's let Arsenal get in there 1-0. It's a little hard to track how we're going. We picked up a good win against Man City, but we've lost against Liverpool and Leicester and maybe even Arsenal. Pepe. Second half now. Odegaard. Good interception. Barnett, the captain, to Lambert and Wolf, and the boys are away. We might have to sweat it to Hutton. Clean goal. Hutton, Harry Hutton. Cool, calm and collected. Makes it 1-1. Brilliant little tap in by the Wolves. Okay, we probably deserve that. We could realistically be 2-1 up against Arsenal, but we've had to sweat it there. Harry Hutton. You beauty. He's actually so good to play with. He kind of feels like the best way to describe him, like a FIFA 14 Romelu Lukaku. That's what I think, or FIFA 12 maybe. Saka. White. Arsenal, good flick on there. Whoo, just over the bar. 1-1 at the Emirates. If we can hold on, that'd be brilliant. Lacazette. Tomiyasu. To Pepe. Nice couple of 1-2 passes there by the Gunners. Massive ball in. Couldn't deal with it. Odegaard puts it wide of the post. Come on, we just need to hold on. I'm sitting so deep, and that's it. 1-1, a draw against Arsenal. That's actually not too bad because, honestly, in career mode, Arsenal tend to be a top half side, so they're probably battling the places we want. Hero Rodgers saves the day against Arsenal. Yeah, he played quite well, but Wolf seems to be struggling. We're a bit of stuck in a rut. I don't know. I think we're playing all right, to be honest. Okay. So, 4 games played, 4 points. We're progressing well. Crystal Palace is playing really bad. How are Man City in the relegation scrap? That's kind of mad. We'll play Watford, newly promoted side with us, of course. But this is where we should be able to play a little bit more expansive football. We've been playing teams that are probably top half. Hopefully we can sort of pick up some wins against the bottom half sides, ideally. So we can afford to be a little bit more offensive and open up a bit. But anyway, let's get stuck into Watford. At home, Bradley goes forward. Lambert still got the ball. Moraes, now shot blocked. Watford to Sarr. Ishmael Sarr still on the ball. Dude. I'm saying we should be beating teams like Watford, but they've got even these guys have players like Sarr. Maybe we're just not cut for the Premier League. I can't wait to see how this season progresses. We're getting smashed by the bottom half, and we're beaten and drawing against the top half. Come on. Hutton, make the run. Go on, Hutton. Huge strength and pace. 1-on-1 with Foster. Great goal. Smashes it past the cycling goalkeeper. 1-1. Harry Hutton. He's just feels so good on the ball. We've been so fortunate to get someone like him. Like, that's some crazy RNG, to be honest. We could have got a goalkeeper, a defender, or a midfielder who was world class. We got a 5-star weak foot, a 5-star skill, 6'4" beast of a striker. 3 goals in 5. Dude, this guy's awesome. Remember the name. Harry Hutton. Dennis. Gravenberch has joined Napoli. Dennis, Watford go again here. Whoa. I thought Rogers would have been good enough, man. We are very much lacking in the goalkeeper department. Maybe we should have splashed the cash on a Matty Ryan, eh? 2-1, we're down. I just don't know how this career mode's going to go. Lambert. Hutton. Simpzy FC playing some really good football here. Go on, Lambert. Go on. Goal! 2-2. Oh, we've managed to pull it out there late. Oh, my God. I don't know if my heart can take Create a Club. I just don't know if this team's good enough to avoid relegation. We should be beating a team like Watford. It's just because we're a 2-star team on Ultimate in the Prem. It's going to be ultra tough. The thing is, this first episode is probably going to be the hardest of the career series because I'm playing with the lowest rated players. Like every single episode, we're going to gain momentum and overall ratings. We're going to get better and better. So a 2-2 draw against Watford. It was actually quite even. 2.5 expected goals to theirs, so not bad. Okay, we've got a match against Middlesbrough in the Carabao Cup. I'm nearly tempted to simulate this one because we smashed a team like Brentford. Again, teams lower in the pyramid, I don't think we probably can afford to see him. Lambert makes it 1-0 on the 86th. That's not too bad. A decent win. We're progressing in the Cup well. And Reisinger makes his first team debut. Okay, so we've got Everton, Burnley, Chelsea. So a bit of an easier September. Okay, so after 5 games played, we sit on 5 points. Crystal Palace have lost 5 in a row, so that's good. If a couple of these teams like nail on relegation, we can probably avoid it. But 16th, 2 spots above relegation is good. All right, we've got Everton now. James Maddison is actually the top goal scorer. How crazy is that? He's having an amazing season in this career series, not so much in real life, of course. All right, let's get stuck into the Toffees. Let's get stuck against Everton. We go away to Merseyside at Goodison Park. Pickford, slightly rotated side. So what I'm hoping is, as we don't have any European football, we're not focusing too much of the cups. We might be able to pick up results against rotational sides. Hutton. Go on, Hutton. Oh, big save from Pickford. I actually love playing at Goodison Park. It's actually a really enjoyable stadium in career mode. Digne, Richarlison to Gylfi Sigurdsson. Oh, off the crossbar. Come on, boys, hold on. Sigurdsson back to Calvert-Lewin, puts it wide. Lambert at the other end now. Looking to find Hutton, can't. Great interception by the captain. Bradley's got some space here. The Welshman loads up. Goal! Going forward as the overlapping fullback, Bradley from Wales, makes it 1-0. What a finish as well from the left back. I tend to sometimes find my left backs in really good positions. Look, we're just getting man-marked there. On the overlap, join the attack. Boom! On the left foot. Everton have squandered some chances. Their goal conversion has been quite bad. But I guess we got lucky there. Curtis Bradley from Wales scores his first in 6 matches. Good stuff. He looks alright as well. 1-0 up. Come on. We're fighting to avoid relegation. We're fighting for our lives out here. Wolf to Moraes. Moraes, I think that's his name. Moraes, because he's Brazilian. Not a bad bending ball, but that just shows his overall rating. He just can't curl it because he hasn't got the finesse. Ball in. Oh, decent header from Lucano. Salami. Oh, and Salmi makes it 2-0. Oh, I just had to pick the spot again. Man, we've got a couple of unlikely goal scorers here. My left back and my main centre back there with Cunnington. Lucano, the 30 years of age Italian. That's a decent header as well. Absolutely picked that one out of the air. Richarlison now at the other end. Ferri. Ball in. Decent header again. Good clearance. Oh, terrible only as far as Alan. Calvert-Lewin. Decore. Smashes the clean sheet. Okay. You guys know the business. 5 at the back. Park the bus. Time waste. Put the ball out. What was Everton doing there? Crazy celebration. We need the 3 points here. If we can avoid the draw, that'd be brilliant. Park the bus. Park the bus. Play like a rat. That's what we're going to do, particularly for this first season. Because you should have been seeing that goal coming from a mile away, Rodgers. To be honest. Come on. And that's it. 2-1. We've managed to beat Rafa Benitez Everton away. That's what I'm talking about. Draws against the top sides. Wins against teams in the bottom half. Brilliant stuff. So now we start October with some kind of fixtures. Okay, so we're now in 12th. After 6 games played, 8 points. We're above Southampton, Everton, Brentford, Burnley and Watford. So hopefully we can keep ahead of those. Newcastle are in 11th. And now we face Sean Dice's Burnley away at Turf Moor. We'll play in the black kit, I think. This is a bit of a clash, though, eh? I want to try and play in the home kit as much as I can. So we'll probably play in it. Because I think the black kit is probably... yeah, closer to their dark maroon or whatever they've got going on. But anyway, going to Turf Moor. Pouring down with rain. Can be a tough proposition. Bradley. A lot of space on that left-hand side. Ball in. Can't find Wolf. Moraes. Go on. Wolf. On the volley. Decent stuff. Mounting on pressure. The Wolves nearly go 1-0 up for Simpzy FC. On the volley. Quite decent as well there by Wolf. Sean Barnett, the captain, whips it into the box. Lambert! Oh, I thought that went in. Second half now. 0-0 at Turf Moor. Can we get a late winner? Wolf. Lambert. Ida! Goal! Hutton off the bench. Eideron, the Irish international, makes it 1-0. Oh, we might have picked up the points and stolen it in the death. Man, that match was really quite cagey. In real life, it's nearly a guaranteed points going up to Burnley these days. But in career mode, they're a bit of a defensive powerhouse, eh? Ida, the Norwich man, makes it 1-0. Oh, what a strike as well. Good stuff. Come on, let's try and claw our way up the league. Adam Ida makes it 1-0. Go on, Bradley. Can we make it 2-0 late on? Terrible ball in. But that's it, 1-0. These performances have been so sketchy, man. But we're not doing too bad, if I do say so myself, in this, my first Create Club career series. So we've got Brighton now, and we'll play this to end the episode off. 7 games played, 11 points. We're progressing quite well. But to be honest, this could be relegation form if the other teams weren't doing so badly, to be honest. But we're currently in 10th. We're in the top half. Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea are in the title race. Crystal Palace have lost 8. Yeah, Patrick Vieira is probably going to get relegated. Also, guys, in the future, I am open to doing more Create a Club careers, maybe in different leagues, maybe with, I don't know, sort of realistic clubs, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people have been banging on about Red Bull London. That's a thing. Maybe playing as, I don't know, Tasmania FC, where I'm from. That's a big thing, trying to get a Tassie team down in Australia. Or maybe we can play as a German side or something. Brighton. Playing some good football here at the Den. Basuma, tackled. And we'll try and build something up and counter-attack. Hutton sees Wolf. Had to sacrifice going back, but Wolf, 1-on-1. Sanchez goal. 1-0 just before the 37th minute. We've got a lot of likeable players in this team. Lambert, the Frenchman. Harry Hutton, sort of the next Romelu Lukaku by the look of it. Maybe more of a Greenwood, eh? Wolf, attacking midfield, creating the plays. He's picked up 2 goals now in 8. Not picking up too many goals, but he can do stuff like that occasionally. And our defence is quite good as well. Wolf tracking back. Bamford. Left leads for Brighton. Okay. Interesting. Cunningham comes out to try and collect. Ferri can't quite get to it. The Italian right back. Basuma to Bamford. Back to Basuma. 1-1. Okay. Brighton equalised quite quickly. Maybe that goal-winning honeymoon period is already gone off the rails. They were just spraying it around my D there. Not good enough. Wolf. Moraes. Ferry. Holds up the ball well. Oh, I just tried to bring it in. Corner kick now. Sean Barnett. Whips it into the box. Oh, on the volley. Oh, wow. How did my centre-back get to that? And Selmi, who scored a header in the last match, smashed it at Sanchez, and Harry Hutton picks up the crumbs at the Den. We've gone back in front. Harry Hutton. Dude, this guy could quite literally be the GOAT. He could be our greatest ever player. You can't get much of a different perfect, you couldn't get a perfect player any different, you know what I mean? He's elite, this bloke. 5-star weak foot, 5-star skill, 6'4" left foot beast. Harry Hutton scores again. Lambert now 2-1 up, might have to go all the way. He's doing all right. Good save by Sanchez, Spanish international. It was actually going quite wayward, but it was a good save, I guess. Lambert Trying to find Moraes. Oh, here we go. Simpzy FC overloading the boys. Hutton 3-1. Oh, things looked pretty cagey against that first Brighton goal. But we've managed to pick up the 3 points. Simpzy FC, Simp FC makes it 3-1. Let's go. Harry Hutton scores a brace as well at the Den. Oh, great goal at the Moulton Road Stadium. Sanchez couldn't get to it. 3-1. Our biggest win of the career. Let's go, man. An absolute bending effort there. But we're going to end this first episode off with a win. Okay. Let's just have a look at Harry Hutton for a sec. 17 years of age, 69 rated, 4-star week for 4-star skills. His physicality is off the charts, along with his pace for a 17-year-old who is under 70 rated. His acceleration, his aggression, his attack positioning, stamina, strength, jumping, sprint speed. That is actually insane. Like, he feels like a young Romelu Lukaku. Or maybe even a young Robin van Persie, if you guys have sort of experienced him on FIFA. His long shots are decent as well. We're getting his ball control up. He's got high attacking work rate, which is really what you want. And he's got no traits at the moment, but hopefully that's more. He's 6'4" as well. And even Lambert looks decent. 5-star week for 5-star skill. We've been super fortunate that our attacking two, our big man and our small man, well, he's not really small, Lambert, he's 6 foot himself, are both 2-footed, can hit from either side, and have the skill moves. Would this career mode be the same without these two? I wonder. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for episode 2 of my FIFA 22 Creator Club career mode, playing as Simpzy FC, coming out tomorrow. So we're doing alright, we're progressing well into the top half. Hopefully this first season we can avoid relegation, but the dream is of course to try and make a European spot. Dude, I'd love to get the Europa League in our first season if we could. We don't have European football, but with this team, we're more than capable to do so, or maybe even the Conference League as well. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to play the outro now. Unfortunately, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Check out my social media links in the description below if you'd like to stay connected with me. Got to say a huge thank you to my patrons and channel members: Victor K, Sebastian C, Jordan K, Caesar L, Brian S, Tal, Liam B, Kyle P, Tom C, and Wyatt P. So thanks guys, my name has been Simpzy, much love from Australia, goodbye.